Let me be honest with you. If you've ever felt like women lose interest faster than you expected, if you've ever wondered why you can do everything right and still feel replaceable, it's not because you're weak, boring, or lacking value, it's because you're focusing on the wrong things. And by the end of this video, you'll understand exactly what women actually respond to and how to embody it without chasing, begging, performing, or manipulating. This isn't about tricks. It's about becoming solid. And that's why this works. Most men believe that if a woman feels unsatisfied, the answer is to do more. Text more, explain more, compliment more, be available more. But that belief quietly destroys attraction, because women don't feel satisfied by volume. They feel satisfied by emotional certainty. They want to feel that the man they're with is stable, grounded, and self-directed, not constantly adjusting himself to keep her comfortable. Here's the uncomfortable truth. A woman feels safest and most satisfied when she senses that you are complete without her. Not distant, not cold, not unavailable. Complete. Ask yourself something honestly. When was the last time you stayed calm instead of reacting emotionally? When was the last time you didn't rush to fix the situation? When was the last time you trusted yourself enough to pause? That question matters more than you think, because satisfaction doesn't begin with her. It begins with your internal state. Here's where most men make the fatal mistake. When they sense emotional distance, they panic. They send another message. They ask for reassurance. They explain themselves. They try to regain control. But here's where it gets dangerous. Most men react emotionally when they feel uncertainty. High-value men remain grounded inside uncertainty, and therefore the entire dynamic changes. One man creates pressure, the other creates polarity. One chases clarity, the other embodies stability. And women don't chase pressure, they settle into stability. Let's talk about the first thing women actually want to feel satisfied. Emotional safety. Not emotional softness, not emotional dependency. Emotional safety means she feels that you are in control of yourself. You don't explode, you don't overreact, you don't collapse when things feel uncertain. Your mood doesn't swing based on her behavior. This is why emotional control is so powerful. When you stay calm under pressure, her nervous system relaxes. When you don't need immediate validation, she feels secure. When you don't rush to fill silence, she feels grounded. You don't need to impress her. You need to stop over-explaining yourself. Ask yourself honestly, are you reacting or are you leading? Because leadership doesn't always look loud. Often it looks quiet. And that's what most men never understand. The second thing women want to feel satisfied is direction. Not control, not dominance, direction. A woman wants to feel that your life has movement, that you're going somewhere, whether she joins you or not. This doesn't mean you ignore her. It means you don't orbit her. You make decisions. You have standards. You don't wait for permission to live your life. When a man lacks direction, he becomes emotionally heavy. He needs the relationship to give him meaning, and that pressure slowly suffocates attraction. A woman doesn't want to be your purpose. She wants to be invited into a life that already has one. That's satisfaction. But this only works if you understand one brutal truth. Distance without presence means nothing. If you pull away emotionally because you're hurt, scared, or resentful, it's felt immediately. Therefore, detachment only works when it comes from inner stability, not emotional withdrawal. A grounded man doesn't create distance to manipulate. He creates space because he's already full. That difference is everything. The third thing women want to feel satisfied is mystery created by restraint. This is where most men get it wrong. They think mystery means being unavailable or playing games. It doesn't. Mystery comes from not revealing everything at once, from not narrating your every thought, from not explaining every decision, from allowing moments to breathe. When you constantly explain yourself, you remove tension. When you fill every silence, you remove curiosity. Silence, when grounded, is not awkward, it's attractive, because it signals confidence, and confidence creates satisfaction. Now let's talk about something most men avoid: incompleteness. A woman doesn't want a man who is emotionally empty, but she also doesn't want a man who is emotionally overflowing into her. She wants to feel that you are whole, but not consumed by her. You don't need her to feel validated. You don't need her attention to feel valuable. And because of that, your attention feels earned, not demanded. That's powerful. That's satisfying. The fourth thing women want to feel satisfied is respect for boundaries, especially your own. This one changes everything. A man who doesn't respect his own time, energy, and limits cannot be respected emotionally. If you always say yes, your yes has no weight. If you're always available, your presence has no value. If you never walk away, staying means nothing. Sometimes satisfaction comes from knowing that you could leave and you're choosing not to. That creates trust, because she knows you're there by choice, not fear. Here's where it gets practical. If you want to change how satisfied a woman feels with you, start with these behaviors. Stop over-texting. Text with intention, not anxiety. Say what you mean, then let it land. Leave first sometimes. Not to punish, not to provoke, but to honor your own life. Don't explain your silence. Silence doesn't need justification when it comes from confidence. You're not trying to be cold, you're trying to be complete. Ask yourself something important. If she stopped texting today, would you still feel solid? If the answer is no, that's where your work is. And that awareness alone puts you ahead of most men. The fifth and final thing women want to feel satisfied is non-attachment. This doesn't mean lack of care, it means lack of desperation. A woman feels most satisfied with a man who wants her but doesn't need her to feel whole. He chooses her, but he doesn't cling. He values her, but he doesn't lose himself. That balance creates emotional safety, attraction, and respect all at once. This is what people mean when they talk about masculine confidence. Not dominance, not arrogance. Inner validation, self-respect, emotional discipline. Here's the part nobody tells you. When you stop chasing satisfaction externally, you become the man women feel satisfied being with. Because satisfaction is contagious. A grounded man grounds the relationship, and once that happens, everything changes. I told you at the beginning that by the end of this video, you'd understand what actually makes a woman feel satisfied. Now you know. It's not more effort, it's more self-control. It's not more talking, it's more presence. It's not more attachment, it's more inner stability. If this shifted how you see attraction and relationships, subscribe to Stoic Signal, where we break down female psychology, masculine confidence, and emotional discipline without manipulation. Stay grounded, stay sharp.